Hello, hello, hello. We're here. Hold on, this is the first time we're multi-streaming, so I've got to figure some stuff out. First things first, we're gonna do that there. Whoa! We're live now! That's crazy! Alright, sent out a couple messages there. So I need to figure out what I'm doing as far as pulling up what I need to on YouTube. We usually stream over on Twitch, which I need to double check is working fine. Looks like it's working fine. Sounds like it's working fine. All right. Oh, it looks like there's only 720p streaming for vertical. So now I need to... okay, so I'm checking how to do live on YouTube. I know I'm already live, but how do I view it from my side? All right. All right, testing YouTube volume. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Hello? Oh, it's really delayed. Alright, so what we'll do, just to make this... oh, that's not what I wanted to do! Pop that out. We'll make that our left screen. Then this one gets to be our right screen. Moderation. There we go. Oh, it does not like when I shrink that. What if I close that? No, but I want that open. Okay, so now I've got chat for both. Why is that? Let's minimize that. Alright, I think I've got my setup for the first time to dual stream. YouTube is significantly far behind. Let's see if I can line these up. Is that something I edit from OBS, maybe? Okay, no problem. It's just gonna have to be delayed for this first stream. Today's just really kind of like a test stream for the multi-stream. That being said, I need to mute this so I don't hear myself twice the whole time. Alright, so, last time in Final Fantasy, we went to the firmament, we discovered it, we went to the diadem, we went, I just kind of opened it up. With the challenge that I have going on, doing, an Omni-Build the way that I am, I don't really need the firmament, I don't think. And it's one of those things that's already completed with the community, so... You know, if we ever need a little bit of crafting or gathering XP, sure, we'll go back, but I don't really see that being an issue right now. So... Let's continue on with some of our quests here. Maybe while we do that... who do we want to go into the dungeons? For first time, I'd prefer to do... Why don't we do Machinist? Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do Machinist. Sticking button. Uh-oh. Why is it always when I play Final Fantasy? I can play Hollow Knight. Play other games without my X button sticking. This controller's really on its way out. If it keeps sticking, I'm just gonna go grab another one. It's still a little stiff, but it'll be okay. So combo with the drill, we have our boom boom boom. Heat blast to get it started. We have our hot shot to get our auto turret going. I need to make sure I use reassemble and tactician. These are two skills that I'm very used to not using. Oh, reduces damage taken by self and nearby party members. Oh, so it's just group shield. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know, good to know. Are we dressed the part? I don't know that we're dressed the part. I think we're going to use this glamour. That seems more the part to me. Look at that. I'm a rapscallion. I'm a raw scallion. Alright, let's queued up. If I can. I'm remembering that it might be a gear score issue Oh, it's a gear score issue. Do I have anyone that I want to take that has the gear score for it? 235. 235. Dancer could go. Red Mage could go, which means Black Mage could probably go. I could take Black Mage. If we're going to take Black Mage, let's at least look like a Black Mage. Oh, I've also now got enough gear score to do what I need to do with Alexander. I need to do Eyes of the Creator. $230 was required for that? Yeah, let's do that. What about... And I can't queue these because it's a different type of category. That makes sense, those are Alliance raids. Oh no, boop boop! I gotta replace my headset battery. Alright, headset battery is back in. We're queued up for dungeons. My controller wants to be on the fritz, of course. Oh, brought it back, it brought it back. So, while we're waiting for the queue to pop, which we've already got one other DPS in with us, let's head over and visit Leniette. Leniette? In Cloud Top. Very fitting mount for this area. Mistress Daelra, I was but this moment thinking of you. I had hoped to speak with you at Sir Emmerich's investiture, but circumstances conspired to prevent me from attending. Mayhap you'll allow me to say what I could not say then. On behalf of House Halenart and all of Ishgard, I offer unto you my deepest and most humble thanks. You risked your life to stand against our sworn enemy and freed us from a millennium of torment. Though we can never hope to repay you, we will ever remember you and your deeds, that our children and their children's children might know the woman to whom they owe their lives. Ahem. I concede that the grand investiture would have been a more fitting occasion for such words, but I could not risk them being left unspoken. What brings you this way? As you can see, Camp Cloudtop. Camp Cloudtop remains much the same as it did during the war. Though we need no longer watch the skies for Dravanian outflyers, the Vanu Vanu have proven themselves similarly worthy of our attention. I say, old girl, you have the most uncanny ability to appear whenever I least expect you. But enough about that. Honorwa? Honorwa? I'm never gonna get these names right. Honorwa? Ah, yes, my lord. Lady Laniette and I am pleased to report that we succeeded in infiltrating Vundu territory, and there observed the beastmen harvesting crystals at several different sites. Based on the volume of crystals acquired during the period of surveillance, I have prepared an estimate of how much time I believe it will take the Vundu to gather sufficient crystals for another summoning. I have also taken the liberty of drafting several proposals outlining how the Rose Knights might prevent such an eventuality, such as raiding these sites and securing their stores, as well as detailed assessment of the risks involved should you choose to proceed. Oh, detailed assessment, sorry. Whoops. As well as detailed assessment of the risks involved should you choose to proceed. By the Fury! I gathered you were clever, but I was not aware that you were capable of this. With respect, you are wasted on your master. Hard-working, full of potential? I think there's a place for you here. With the Rose Knights, if you would have it. That you would ever consider taking me into your service is a tremendous honor, my lady. And were I free to do so, I should gladly accept. But I am pledged to another, as you well know. Regrettable, but understandable. I take comfort in the fact that a youth of your talent and character will never want of opportunities. Pledged to another, you rascal! I thought I saw you whispering in young Saulette's ear the other day. You certainly wasted no time wooing out oh my gosh. You certainly wasted no time wooing our newest maid. Actually, hold on. I need to do something real quick. All right. There'll be no secrets between us. You must tell me everything. Where you've been sneaking off to together, what adventures you've been having. Every little detail, and don't you dare leave anything out. I am sure he will not. In any event, you have jointly exceeded my expectations. I grant you leave to return to the city. Should the need arise, I shall call upon you again. Thank you, my lady. I believe we shall do as you suggest. Until we meet again. Until we meet again, Mistress Deora. Not so fast. The next airship isn't due for another hour. And we have so much to talk about, Honorwa. Honorwa? For all the ladies' disdain, it was an old familiar dance. To her, Lord of Manolane would always be the boy fumbling for a compliment. And perhaps there was comfort in that. A memory of home on the bleak frontier. Where to now? We gotta go to Falcon's Nest? Alright. We're just doing the rounds. 1,000 pardons. Oh my gosh. 1,000 pardons, Mr. Stalera. Had I known you were planning to pay us a visit, I would have seen that you received a proper reception. A feast, perhaps? Or at least a formal welcome with the men in full dress. You have more than earned it. One need only look to the pilgrims who come in their droves to pray before the relief to see the truth of that. Some abide in silence, while others shed tears. Not for sorrow, you understand, but for joy. Joy at being released from Nidhogg's torment. Sir Redwald, the shipment has been unloaded and the quartermaster confirms that all supplies are accounted for. Well, we have business to do. The smoke is too thick. Can't see a damn thing. You'll have to press on alone. Eyes of the Creator. I'm gonna try to not die. Ooh, we're going. Oh, I'm not gonna stick the landing. Ah! I stuck it. I'm just gonna keep on hitting them. Just keep on throwing the fire. It seems to be working. Alright, I'm out of fire, so I've got to switch. Oh no? I sure hope that I get a chance to get some MP back. Oh no! I'm clicking all the wrong buttons! Sorry, I haven't played in a minute. Oh hey, I can use that, maybe. Anytime you see a rock, get behind it. That's my experience, at least. Look, I tried to get the spell off, okay? I'm sorry. Just gotta keep on hitting the little guys. Oh, I see what I was not supposed to do. Whoa, we did something. Did we do it? Looks like we did it. That wasn't too hard. Just stand behind rocks if they show up. One thing I did have to find out was that if you got the symbol above your head, you're gonna drop a rock on your location. Good to know, good to know. I don't have any of these. They're all mine. Hey, I got 2 commendations. Probably should have gave it to the other black mage, but he left, so. Fine work, old friend. Thanks to you, we have our way in. Stay where you are, we're coming. But first, now that you're clear, we'd best get that barrier back up before the big fellow gets restless. Wedge, ready the BBG-2, and reactivate the barrier on my mark. Mark! Excellent timing, Ishtola. Vesrena has done it. We have a clear path into the heart of the beast. Good. 'Tis a relief to hear that at least one side of the operation succeeded, according to plan. The same may not be said of the other. Our efforts to cut off the primal source of ether proved wholly ineffective. Quite why, I cannot say. Though I am hopeful that one among us can. What, Mide? On the basis that she summoned the damn thing, you mean? I think you'd better explain. Like all primals, Alexander constantly draws ether from its surroundings, both to sustain itself and to gain in strength. Master Matoya and I believed we could disrupt, or at the very least inhibit, this process by means of Arcanima. By creating a vast impassable etheric membrane between the primal and the land from which it drinks, which is why the old witch had me place those infernal devices of hers in every nook and cranny of this place. Are you telling me they don't work? Yes and no. As far as we can tell, the Arcanima are functioning precisely as intended, and yet, for reasons we have not been able to ascertain, they have had no measurable effect on the primal. Alright, out with it, Mide. If there is anything you haven't told us, we need to hear it now. We are running out of options. I fear it will not avail us, but very well. It all began with a curious encounter in my younger days. I was out playing on my own one day when a stranger appeared before me. He told me anything my heart wished for could be mine if I but heeded his words. In my youth, I did not fully comprehend what the man was proposing at the time. Nevertheless, his words seemed to burn themselves into my very soul. Reunite the scattered shards of the Enigma Codex, he said, and perform the sacred rite before the ruins that yet stand strong against the river's flow. Then, and only then, shall your hopes and dreams become reality. With that, he handed me a relic, a horn with a tip of metal, which seemed so foreign as to hail from another world. It would serve as a catalyst for the summoning, he explained. A gift from your friend Trevanche. Trevanche? Trevanche. And then he was gone. Trevanche. I know the man. Our paths crossed during my time in Limsa, in the days before the calamity. I might have guessed that the Asians had a hand in this. The horn of which you speak was once rumored to reside on Seal Rock. It is a lost relic of the ancients with the power to manipulate the etheric energy in the very air around us. The Scions have long pursued the horn, fearing the devastation that might ensue were an artifact of such power to fall into the wrong hands. Finally, I do begin to see. If I have the right of it, Alexander's third core is using the horn to draw aether from far and wide. 'Tis little wonder our plan failed. Even without moving an ilm, the primal possesses the means to drain not just the land of ether, but our very star. Then our course is clear. If the old witch's magics won't avail us, we shall just have to get inside and dismantle the core the old-fashioned way. Indeed. And yet we must be wary. We have seen the course of time reversed once before. We may well see it again. Even should we succeed in destroying our target, there is naught to prevent the Illuminati from simply returning the stricken core to its previous state. Aye, they are free to turn back the clock again and again, the primal growing stronger all the while. So what do we do then? We can't just give up. No, we press on. Lest we forget, controlling Alexander requires the Codex, and the Codex is but a useless piece of stone without the mind of the Gabi girl. If we can rescue Roundrocks, Quick thinks we'll have no way to flip the hourglass. The Circle of Knowing once tasked me with recovering the horn, and 'twas through mine own negligence that Trevanche acquired it. That it now endangers our world is my responsibility. Even were I not a Scion, I should do all in my power to make amends. Whatever assistance I can offer, it is yours. Then it begins. I'll send word to our friends in Idleshire. Biggs, Wedge, ready the Excelsior. Vesrena, prepare for departure. Let Operation Rescue Round Rocks commence! They overheard everything. Wait a second. The cats, they're in on it. Seven hells! It wasn't enough that those Illuminati lunatics had a bleeding time machine, was it? No, it had to be the time machine with the power to destroy the whole bleeding world. I mean, I'm used to the future of Eorzea being at stake, but this is the future, past and present, all rolled into one. We have to get Round Rocks out of there before those gobbies can put any more of their crazy schemes in motion. Speaking of gobbies, have you talked to old Backricks? Have you talked to old Backricks lately? Turns out the kitten you met wasn't Shanoa after all, just a doppelganger. He's already taken the little furball back to the shortstop and given it a name. Schrödinger, or however you pronounce it. Anyway, I'd best be heading back that way myself. See you there, Vesrena. It's an endless supply of things to do. Ready to head back to the belly of the beast, Vesrena? Alright, let's get this rescue mission off the ground. First, some good news. While the barrier was down, we were able to get our first good look inside Alexander's innards. Far as we can tell, Round Rocks is being held captive in what seems to be the central control chamber of the whole Colossus. Called, helpfully, Central Control. As to how we reach it, you remember when you infiltrated Midas? There was that cavernous room with a dirty great city in it? Aye, well, we've spotted one of those floating platforms which goes back and forth between there and the place we need to get to. The quickest route to the city is straight through the Giant's Head. You'll go in through the hatch you opened for us last time, take care of any guards, and secure the platform I mentioned. Meanwhile, the Chief and the others will be making their way to you via Midas. After setting out in advance to sweep the place for nasty surprises, once you've rendezvoused, it'll be time to storm the control room, while me and Wedge stage a little diversion. Got all that? Good. Then let's crack some Illuminati skulls. Breath of the Creator is now accessible. Now I have access to Breath of the Creator. Alexander can be accessed via the entrance and Maker's Quarter. So we can take that one off and we'll put Breath of the Creator on. Now we need to head back to Falcon's Nest and finish off that quest. All while getting pulled into a dungeon at any given moment. Alright, let's see if we get interrupted again. Alright, we're just gonna skip along. Yada yada, da 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 da. Mr. Steora, are you here on official business? A journey to remember and reflect. Aye, much has changed since first we came here together. Since I abandoned you to follow the heretic's trail alone. Come, my lord. Mayhap you recall the survivor whom you carried back to Falcon's Nest that day? Well, his wife but recently gave birth to their first child. Is that so? Well, well. Mayhap I should pay him a visit. Though he would doubtless be honored, my lord. You need not put yourself to such trouble. Your responsibilities as Count surely leave little enough time as it is. Think not on that. I am still me, and you are still you. Whatever our respective titles, I would speak to you as a friend. This preoccupation with position and power has sown no end of discord between our two houses, to the great detriment of our nation. 'Tis especially galling when one considers that much of what we have achieved. Oh my gosh. 'Tis especially galling when one considers that much of what we have achieved was by virtue of our blood and not our character. So call me Count if you must, but know that I take no pride in it. Mayhap one day, when I have earned it, I will, but not today. Still himself, is he? An honorable man, mindful of tradition, he was loath to accept the assistance of a foreigner in exile. But when forced to confront bitter truths, he looked within and found himself wanting. Pride be damned. Then if it led one astray, he would set aside his prejudices and join hands with his gifted outcast for the greater good of Ishgard. Who's next? I have to go to the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. Oh, you know what? No, I still need to go to Foundation. I need to check in on my retainers. I have not talked to them. And I need to see if they've sold stuff. Oh, retainers. What have you? Oh, you sold a couple things. Oh, you definitely sold a couple things. What did you sell? Just a bunch of stuff. I need to give you stuff so you can have all of that. Oh no. Sort that out. I have a lot of potions that need to be sold off. And you have a lot of stuff that just needs to be sold. Let's see if I can sell a couple fish. How often do you sell? Never? Okay. They're not used for anything, are they? I mean, I'll see if I can try to sell them. Let's see if we can sell one of these ones. We'll see if we can sell coral sea dragons. None of them are actually up, so... I'll actually try to make some money on them. Oh, it's time to go! Time to do Breath of the Creator. Get that bopping music. Oh no. No, this is the worst time for my controller to not want a controller. I don't want to waste my flare. Now we can use the flare. I love this song. That's the most orcish looking Gabi. Oh, someone hit the floor. Oh gosh, it's about to be me. You should probably run. I have no clue what I'm doing. Ouch. Oh, I got interrupted again? just gonna keep hitting him. And we're gonna keep hoping. Oh, I'm shocked. I'm gonna die. Oh, that was not the right one. Whoops. What's going on? I have no clue. I'm just throwing fire. Oh, I seem to have been standing in the right spot. We did it! Was that it? Yeah, that was it. Don't back up anymore! Oh, you goofy gobby. Well, that's one less gobby. I got it before they left. I assume I got their commendation too. Excellent work, old friend. That platform is our shortcut to the heart of the machine. It seems quiet on our front, so... 7 hells! We've got company! Wee. Ah, there you are, Vesrina. We were met by a small welcoming party, but it was nothing we couldn't handle. Biggs and Wedge just contacted me as well. They're headed here as we speak. Round rocks! So this is the Enigma Codex. And that must be the third and final core. 12 have mercy. If you could but see the volume of ether issuing from it. Skull. Yes. Much swirly bright. Time wings can spread. Travel to overtimes. Make bad things good again. Could it be? Do we truly have the power to change the past? I could erase my mistakes. I could see him again. 3 years ago, Mide lost dear one. Mide wants dear one back, yes? Roundrocks helps Mide. Roundrocks, no. You must save your strength. Mide worries too much. Round Rocks is strong, Gabi. Uplanders, hold on to brain cases. Time wings, spread! Seven hells, has the girl gone mad? Stop this, Round Rock, stop, I say! We're going back in time! Biggs, where are we? And why is everything spinning? Biggs, Wedge, can you hear me? Round Rocks has engaged Alexander's time distortion mechanism. We're hurtling into the past. Oh no, we're gonna have to do the dungeon again. What? Oh. Oh, hello. No, don't do it. Future, you will be very upset. It's a time loop. Don't be deceived. They don't even know that I'm looping right now. Biggs? Over here! You're not gonna believe this! What's Mide doing down there with those? Hold on. They're performing the summoning ritual. Bugger me, we really are in the past. What in the seven hells? Someone's taking control of the Colossus. Hold tight. I think it's about to go berserk. Damn it all. This ain't right. We must abort the summoning. Quickly, Mide. The seal. Now what is going on now? Oh! Dying! No! What the heck? Score? What is this meddling kitten doing? Somebody help this Gabi. He's stuck in the past. Would seem we are back in our own time. Skrull! Past is made right, and we return to now times. Treasure hunters' friends die. As it is writ, as it must be. Uplanders serve quick thinks well today. Skrull! Uplanders are not grasping meaning. Quick thinks breaks into bitty pieces, fit in Uplanders' tiny brain cases. Time is flat, round shape. All things Uplanders and Gabis did, are doing, and will do. Doings happen over and over and over again, for all times. So when Mide and her friends attempted to summon Alexander 3 years ago, what they actually saw was us traveling back in time. But that's madness. Time is an endless circle. My failure, my pain, my suffering. It was all doomed to unfold like this from the very beginning. Let us away quickly. Mide! Mide must hurry! No. Nothing remains for me out there. My future, my past, my reason for being. It's all ended. Before it ever began. Mide! Mide! Chief, Ishtola, and Round Rocks. Gods, I've never been so bloody glad to see you. I thought we'd never make it back in one. What? Wait, where's Mide? Skrull, Mide stays behind in Giant of Whirlycogs. All because of Round Rocks. Round Rocks must go back to Giant of Whirlycogs. Save Mide. You leave that to us, child. Wedge, get Jessie on the Link Pearl and tell her to bring the Excelsior around. Though I don't much care for the answer, we finally know the truth behind the events of that day 3 years past. The Illuminati masterminded the massacre, and, through some ungodly trick of time, 'twas us that brought them there. 'Twas us that brought them there to do the deed. And what about Mide? The only thing keeping her going was the hope that her beau's soul lived on in the machine. But seeing what happened to her. But see what happened. Oh my gosh. But seeing what happened to the poor bastard. Aye, we witnessed the truth of our own eyes. Sucked into the core of the Colossus to sate the primal's appetite. If aught remains of him, it is no more than heat and light. That's tough. Exponential entropy orchestration roll? Orchestrion roll, I should say. Quickthink says the future's already been read, eh? That we're fighting a losing battle? Well, we've got a thing or two to say about that, don't we, Vesrena? Brown Rocks is safe with us, which means the Illuminati won't be turning back time on us anymore. And that's not all. Thanks to your efforts, we've got ourselves a straight path to the third and final core. Aye, the very heart of the Colossus. Put it out of action, and the whole thing will grind to a halt. Let's go, Vesrena. We'll show the Illuminati what the future's yet to be decided, and save me day while we're at it. You now have access to the heart of the Creator. Alexander can be accessed via the entrance in the Maker's Quarter. Oh, they just, like, didn't even put me close. Understood. Let's see here. What do we have next? There's a couple of things in my inventory that I need to get rid of. This says binding. Let's go ahead and desynthesize that one. Get out of here. Get out of here. These items need to go to Ul'dah. Alright, duty finder, duty finder. We need to go to the heart of the Creator. Also, we need to go to Containment Bay Z1T9, but, you know, that's an aside. Alright. Let's see if we can actually do what we need to do in Ishgard. Let's see, we need to go here to the Tribunal. The Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. Two foreign heretics against two knights of the Heavensward. Under the watchful gaze of the Fury, they would fight, and the winner's claims would be proven true. It was the opening gambit of a greater game whose stakes would remain unknown for some time. Now where? I've got to go to the Hopland? That's just like right around the corner, so I don't want to teleport anywhere. That would be dumb. You are Mistress Deelra, if I am not mistaken. We have met, though I am sure you do not remember. 'Twas a seeming lifetime ago. When you answered the Archbishop's summons, I often come here to reflect upon all that has come to pass, and when I saw you gazing at the Holy Vault, I thought perhaps that you had too. You turned our world upside down, everything we held dear. For change, for the truth. They say it had to be done. That His grace sought God. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're getting started with another one. They say it had to be done. That His grace sought Godhood. Let's see what we get into on this one. Time to prime. Boom. I'm just gonna keep on throwing fireballs until nothing's left. We're riding whatever you would call this. It's like a chain. I don't want to use it. No, I do. Boom. I did not mean to do that. Whoops. That's fine. We'll save our abilities for something else. What the heck? Well, that doesn't seem reasonable. Here we go. I'm just gonna keep on hitting them. Oh, did I use the wrong? No, I didn't. We just sit back here and we keep on throwing fire. That's a black mage job. I don't want to stand here. Ouch! Whoa. Active time maneuver. I don't know what I did, but I did something. I think I did it right. Ouch. Well, okay, don't stand in front of him. I saw everyone standing in front of him and thought I should do the same, but, whoops. I'm real sleepy. Woo! Oh no! I didn't realize the edge was so spicy. We ended the dungeon on the floor. That's alright. Hey, I received some commendations because I took a nap. Outstanding, Vesrena. Another Illuminati creation reduced to scrap metal. I'll wager the mere sight of you is enough to send the Gabi scurrying back to the drawing board. There it is. The heart of the beast. Only now that I see it up close do I comprehend the true scale of the thing. To have reached this size in so short a space of time, the core must be taking in ether at a positively ungodly rate. I'd be willing to wager that it can regrow itself faster than we could ever hope to chip away at it. Which means we'll need to change tack. The central control room houses everything required to operate the Colossus. It's not inconceivable that it might offer a way to regulate, or even shut off, the flow of the ether to the core. Of course, any attempt to control Alexander is doomed to fail without the guidance of the Enigma Codex. And there's only one person alive who can access its secrets. But Chief, we really need to drag the poor girl back there? What if she falls into Illuminati hands again? Score! Uplanders waste their tongue flaps. Quick Thinks has seen future. True future. And it ends badly for Uplanders. Very, very badly. Uplanders think they just lazy walk into central control. Quick thinks not. All passages are sealed. All floating boards disabled. Only way left open is here. Through core chamber. And when Uplanders come next, it will be Uplanders end times. Quick Thinks has seen it. Score! Oi, Wedge! Is it just me, or are you getting the feeling that we've seen this all happen before? Kitty cat. Score! It's a Watcher book of Backrix. And look, writings and where Backrix leaves off when Shanoa sends watch book spinny falling from Backrix's fingers. What the? You mean to say the book Quick Thinks has been reading from all this time is your journal? The same journal that slipped from your hands when we traveled back in time? What the heck? So that's how he was able to anticipate our every move. He's no prophet, just a gobby with delusions of grandeur and a diary from the future. So the glorious blatant future he was always going on about, the one that was writ, was nothing but Backrix's record of all the stuff we'd already seen. Bugger me. I've just had a thought. Oi, cat! Are you Schrodinger from the shortstop? Are you Schrodinger from the shortstop? Or are you Quick Thinks' familiar Shinoa? Twice for yeah. Was it, Chief? I bleedin' knew it. She's both. After Schrodinger went tumbling down the Colossus, and don't ask me how she survived the drop, Quick Thinks found her, took her in, and gave her a new name. It's like they're two cats, but also one at the same time. Setting aside for a moment the question of whether or not that even makes sense, what possessed that confounded cat, whatever you want to call her, to do all this in the first place? I swear all she's done is made a right old mess of everything. Now, Wedge. Taking out our frustrations on a mewling kitten won't get us any closer to dismantling the core. Getting back to the crux of the matter. Backrix, you said that the journal ends right where you left off, yes? That it's nothing but blank pages from that point on? Do you hear that, everyone? Though Quick Thinks would have us believe otherwise, the future from here onward, that is still to be written, and I'll be damned if we won't be the ones to write it. Scroll! Future book is gone. But no matter. All knowings of true times are safe up here. In Quick Thinks' brain case. Quick Thinks' chosen one. Mender of history. Truth is unchanging. Scroll. True times choose Quick Thinks to do their bidding. True times sends Shinoa into past. Deliver to Quick Thinks' knowings of future. True times lives inside, guiding all of Quick Thinks' doings. Every tongue flap, every busy deal, every brain spark of Quick Thinks brings world closer and closer to perfection. Guides Illuminati to rightful place as rulers of New World Order. True times will not be unmade by ignorant uplanders. Scroll! Quick Thinks needs no future book, no gobby girl. Quick Thinks needs nothing and no one but own self. Future has chosen, and future chooses Quick Thinks. Yes, even now, power granted by True Times wells from Quick Thinks' fingertips. Power beyond understanding of Uplander's feeble brain cases. Skull! Alexander, Overwatcher of True Times, deliver divine judgment on ignorant Uplanders, and crush them out of existence for all times! Oh no, he can do the thing. Let me see if I've got this right. 3 years ago, the quick thinks of back then found the journal that the backricks of now dropped, which was only possible because we traveled into the past, what with time being a circle and all that. So, he had a look inside, and not knowing the truth of the matter, got it into his head that he was some sort of prophet chosen to set history straight, and that Shanoa, who miraculously delivered the book to him, was a messenger from the future sent to show him the way. That's all well and good, but the question remains, why did that bloody cat start all of this in the first place? What could she possibly stand to gain from setting in motion the ridiculous convoluted series of events? Another answer found, another question raised. Eh, Visrena? Alright, Vesrena, this is it. We still don't know exactly what we're going to... We still don't know exactly how we're going to disable the core, but we do know that our only chance to get back to that central control room... Our only chance is... Wait. Yeah. We only know that there's only one way in, and that Quick Thinks isn't going to let us through without a fight. Now, we can be pretty sure that he can't see the future. Not anymore, at least. And without Roundrocks to read the codex for him, he won't be turning back time on us either. But he's still a powerful mad maniac. He's a power mad maniac with some of the deadliest machine in the realm at his disposal. And after losing that book of his, I'd wager his trigger fingers feeling pretty bleeding itchy. Aye, we'd best be ready for a battle and a half. Muscle against metal, man against machine. Gods, I don't know where to laugh. I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or soil myself. Mayhap all three. Ah, here comes the chief now. It's time to move out. Tick tock, tick tock. Time moves on, and perfect past giving way to perfect future. Worthy or unworthy of place in New World Order. Alexander will judge. What the heck is that? Yes, all is as Quick Thinks foresees. Truth Hammer of Alexander falls on Uplanders. Ignorant and unworthy are not welcome in Illuminati future. Here, Uplanders meet their end times. What? Freeze time field is deactivated? Scaw! No matter. Uplanders will be reduced to smoldered dust fire! Hello, hello, hello. Seven hells. Now that was a bit too close for comfort. Is everyone alright? A Colossus inside the Colossus. Look, I don't know what that thing was, but I'm pretty damn sure I know where it went. Or more accurately, when. If I'm not mistaken, what we're looking at is a localized distortion of time. The only question is when our metal friend will reappear. Better not wait, lest it catch us unaware. Vesrena, I need you to head into the distortion and dismantle that thing. We'll secure a path to central control while you do. Good luck. Of course you need me to do that. Who else but me? The soul of the creator. You now have access to the soul of the creator. You think I'll hit the floor on this one too? Alright, we try again to keep on doing this quest. Let me teleport. Why is it not letting me grab that? Oh, I can't be in here. I see. I see. Okay, controller. My X button just fully stuck into the controller. That's not great. We need to head to Foundation. Heading over to the Hofflin. Should be fine. Alright, we're going to skip along to roughly where we were when we got interrupted by the creator. Well, once it starts letting us skip along. They say that it had to be done, that his grace sought godhood. If so, then perhaps it was the Furies willed that you prevail. But, to say it, to believe it, I know that no man is without sin, but he was pious and humble, wholly devoted to the church and to his people. I knew him, miss, and he was a good man. Whatever else may he have been, I will remember him as a good man. To walk the righteous path, to live for the sake of others, to rise to the highest station, yet remain powerless to bring an end to your people's suffering. What price salvation then? What sacrifice beyond reason? For uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. For those unaware, I took out this nation's high priest. Their pope. Well, he's the archbishop, but he's basically the pope. Where to next? We had to go all the way to Limsa. Limser Mincer, off we go. It's not Friday, so it shouldn't be as sticky. Oh, my controller! Come on. Here it goes. I can't move it, I'm realizing. If it's laggy for you, it's okay, it's laggy for me. Vesrena! This is most unexpected. Do you have business with the Admiral? A journey of remembrance, you say? Well, far be it from me to deny you. Unannounced or not, I suspect the Admiral would be most displeased if she heard that I had turned you away. Thank the Navigator. I had resigned myself to another day spent listening to my advisors prattle on about the Beastman's latest movements. Come, Vesrina, tell me of your adventures. The Ishgardians sail in uncharted waters, though I hope these new reforms of theirs meet with no resistance. 'Twould not be the first grand voyage to run afoul of reefs ere it was properly began. But with Sir Emmerich at the helm, they may yet chart a course for generations to follow. Which is not to say our own doesn't need correcting. The Alliance has grown complacent. The bloody nose you gave us at the melee showed me that. Nor have I forgotten the lessons of the banquet. Rest assured, we will root out any further turncoats before the dagger is at our back. You have my word on that. And Lady Ugiri's beside. She had never been one to retreat, much less in the face of transparent theatrics. But this had been no ordinary battlefield, its rules of engagement anything but clear. So she would watch, and she would learn, and in times, she would act. We're finally done with this one. We just have to go turn it in. I see. There's going to be a couple of things to pick up, huh? Greetings, Vesrina. I'm ever glad to see you pass through the seventh heaven in purposeful stride. Although, one of my more persistent patrons will be gladder still. I've been requested to direct you into his presence at your earliest convenience. If you've a moment to spare from saving the realm, pray rescue my establishment from the piteous mewling of a story-starved minstrel. Vesrina, I have subsisted on the scraps of travelers, all but wasting away whilst I awaited the full repast that only you can provide. They say you brought an end to 1,000 years' war, and that great worm Nidhogg shall no more darken the skies of Ishgard. But the dragon's song must have a final verse. I beg of you, feed me every morsel. I shall devour every sight, every sound, every blow that you landed upon his scaly hide. And there I was, slaying dragons, as the warrior of light does. What glorious fare! Brother set against brother, a fallen companion saved. I am revived and restored, and my fingers ache to strum the score. Eternal is a dragon's woe, unceasing doth his anguish flow. Yet for the walls of Ishgard high, 'gainst blood till Bracevilgard ally. Eternal is the dragon's rage, dread Nidhogg's wrath did span an age. Yet by his hated brother's eye, did light quell shade and vengeance die. I couldn't be a minstrel in real life. What you say? Does your blood not quicken at the tale's retelling? One might accuse the language of being overly flowery, but epic deeds need demand epic depictions. Do you not agree? The Minstrel's Ballad, Nidhogg's Rage, now accessible. Maybe one day. Not this day. Wait a second. Oh, it's up. I need to go up. I went too far up. What the heck? Mistress of Serena, is aught amiss? I am both flattered and surprised that you should remember my small role in this tale, given the grandeur of your subsequent endeavors. Though I must confess to having derived some selfish pleasure from donning the garments of the shinobi once more, I am honored to have been able to assist in freeing General Raban from his captivity. Uh-oh, this is a new one.
There's been enough sacrifice for one day. We must take the chance we've been given and defeat Zurban now.
Alright, let's see what happens. What the heck? Why is... My camera was really stuck for a second. Whoa! It's a good thing I have really strong knees.
Good and evil, the war eternal. My doubt is fled.
Oh, that was a very hard one to see. What the heck? I see people moving, so I'm gonna move. I would like an opportunity to get my MP back. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I shall rise above all.
I'm gonna stand right here. No, I'm not. And we're gonna do a little bit of a boom. Oh, he's mad at me! This is some nice music. Frozen in time, my armor is flame. I can't see anything.
Bow to my infallible judgment.
I'm okay! I realize that I'm the least okay, though. Which means I probably did something wrong.
Suffer in endless torment.
I don't know. I thought I saw something orange fall on me before, so that's just all I was working on. I did something decent, I think.
Suffer in endless torment. If such is my fate.
Woo! That one was pretty easy. That's gonna be another quest off of the list there. That'll be nice. Incredible as always, Visrena. Hopefully that'll be our last. Hopefully that'll be the last our world sees of the likes of Zervan. Every one of his thralls has been slain as far as we can determine. Our victory over the Warring Triad is complete. An impossible feat had we not been blessed with your cooperation. Let us not forget the efforts of Regula Van Hydrus and his men. Without their noble sacrifice, the demon would have awoken far sooner, and possessed of far more formidable energies. The bodies of the fallen now accompany the survivors on the return journey to Garlemald. It is known that the Imperials recognize no god, yet they would honor the dead in their own fashion. And when next we meet, our fleeting alliance will surely be forgotten. 'Twas an interesting exchange nonetheless. They spoke of their present ruler as a man who values self-sufficiency. Varus befriended Regula in their youth, it seems, and was highly impressed by his martial prowess. 'Tis common knowledge that Regula's rise to legatus was in great part advocated by the Emperor himself. Regula freely admitted his shortcomings when it came to politics, and it was Varus's unconditional support that served to win his undying fealty. One does not expect such tales of comradeship to lurk beneath the Empire's iron exterior. Contrary to all expectations, the man died a hero. Witnessing the way you all leapt into danger without hesitation, it would seem I am surrounded by heroes. And yet, my own actions were aught but heroic. I have not the qualities nor the character to stand at the Warrior of Light's side. What a curious thing to say. Are you truly concerned that you do not measure up to some arbitrary requirement? If you knew of the past I walked to reach this place, then you would understand why I doubt myself so. Return with me to the Rising Stones, and I shall tell you of it. Are we gonna get some Unukalai backstory? Alright, back to more donuts. First things first, let's go take care of what we were trying to... Oh my gosh. Let's go take care of what we were trying to take care of. Mistress Esrena, is aught amiss? Oh wait, we already read this. So I must confess to having derived some selfish pleasure from donning the garments of the shinobi once more. I am honored to have been able to assist in freeing General Raoban from his captivity. And I believe I speak for all of my countrymen when I say that we are most grateful to have been granted the opportunity to contribute to the restoration of the Scions. Much has changed, it is true, and much may never be as it once was. But in watching you and yours rise from the ashes and rebuild, I am reminded that we must never give in to despair, for there's always something which may yet be saved. Oh, you have a quest for me. Will you be traveling to Ul'dah next? If so, I would ask a favor of you. I have prepared a special unguent to aid in General Raoban's rehabilitation. Injuries such as his must be tended to daily, even long after they have been healed. You need only deliver it to his man, Commander Swift. He will see that the Flame General receives it. Well, while we're here, we're going to finish off Unukalai's story here. I assume it's finishing. We defeated the Warring Triad, so it would make sense if it was done. With your victory over Zervan, the Warring Triad is finally defeated. I am afraid, however, that mine own efforts have often been more hindrance than help, and you and your fellow Scions deserve to hear the reasons behind my actions. I promise to tell you my journey, of who I am, of where I'm from. The truth is, I am not of this world. I was born of a different star, a child whose power of the echo was too feeble to save his dying world. A child who, unlike you, never became a warrior of light. When all I knew stood on the brink of destruction, I was yet half-grown. Had I been born but a handful of years earlier, history may have written a different tale. The seeds of other heroes that had yet to fully sprout may not have withered and perished. The star I failed to save is known to you all now as the Void. Though Vesrena knew not that I spoke of my homeland, I have explained to her before the cause of its ruin. A magic was devised to contain a defeated primal's might within a stone such as orosite, and the energies which bled from this imperfect vessel gradually corrupted the champions who wielded it. These heroes became slaves to an insatiable hunger for ether, eventually transforming into hideous fiends, and none who clung to their faint traces of light were strong enough to oppose them. The demons next turned upon each other in a war which drained the land's ether in ever greater amount, until one day the star was suddenly swallowed in a flood of darkness, an entire world unmade in an instant. The voidsent you encounter here in this realm are the twisted remnants of once mortal beings who gnaw on what motes of life force remain. And as I lay dying, beaten and broken in my failed last stand, 'twas my present master who found my tormented spirit and bore me away to the rift betwixt worlds. 'Twas he who first introduced me to Urianger. At my mentor's feet did I learn of the nature of reality, of the existence of mirrored worlds, and the eternal struggle between dark and light. Sudden and overwhelming superiority for either side will shatter the balance, and the world in question will be returned to the void by a calamity beyond imagining. As the self-appointed custodian of this balance, my master warned me that the source, the first of all worlds, slips perilously close to oblivion. In what spirit did this master prefer such a warning? A benevolent gesture, or a veiled threat? To these questions and more do I mean to coax forth answers. Yet no matter his intention, that Heidelin doth teeter on a knife's edge is an undeniable truth. Knowing this, what choice was given you to make? I chose to join my master, and act as his instrument on this star. I chose to join my master and act as his instrument on this star. The tragedy that befell my home cannot be repeated. I will see this world saved. And yet I hesitated at the most crucial of moments. What right have I to stand alongside a true warrior of light? In thine own words, thou wert called before thy time, and I offer that thou dwellest overmuch on the question of what maketh the hero. The search for the answer leaveth thee paralyzed by doubt. Heed me, Master Unukalai. Thou needest not believe thyself a hero to perform great deeds. 'Tis the deed itself which earnest thee the hero's mantle. Aye, the ideals you hold can be less important than having the faith to act upon them. Regula's loyalty to the Emperor guided his actions until the last, and though we did not see eye to eye on many things, his final deeds can be called not less than heroic. Personally, I find that faith in my companions allows me to act unhindered in uncertainty. I know that should I ever falter, Vesrena and the others will be there to support me, or steer me back onto the right path if needed. I see. In the days leading up to my world's destruction, I was entirely alone. I never knew what it was to have such comrades. I cannot imagine the loneliness you must have felt. But look around you now, Unukalai. You're not alone anymore. Welcome to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. She didn't consult anyone on that. I will fulfill my promise to save this world, and when I stumble, I shall be glad to have your hands there to steady me. My apologies. This is difficult for me. For so long have I spoken from behind a mask. We should all feel comfortable speaking without such concealments. I should hope you appreciate the irony of that statement, Urianger. A network error? Uh-oh. Let's give that a refresh. Wow, YouTube came back way faster than Twitch. Twitch, wake up! Now, why is that having issues like that? I could not tell you. Ooh. Oh wow, it's like fully trying to give up. I wonder why. Twitch, wake up! Well, I don't like that. Oh, you kidding me? Well, aren't I glad that I'm switching to YouTube? This is insane. Hello? I heard a little thing. What was that? Hello, hello. I need to shrink this. Can I? Why in the world has Twitch just given up? Hello, hello. I don't know what that is. What is that? Well, I guess that's where I meant to wrap up the stream for today. So I'll go ahead and get to a stopping point. I need to go back anyway and test how the stream went and watch the videos and see how all that worked out. We'll go ahead and pick up this quest though. Whilst we were examining the controls for Zervan's shackles, I found a tombstone that may be of interest to you, Vesrena. Would you like to take a look? The information contained within this device appears to have been used for must have been used to generate a simulated battle of the grueling... What? The information contained within this device appears to have been used to generate a simulated battle of grueling difficulty. Challengers would be pit against a simulacrum of Zervan, the power of which had been enhanced to the icon's highest conceivable magnitude. It is described as the final trial for the most elite of Alec's warriors, intended to distinguish the truly exceptional among them. I have witnessed no champion more exceptional than the Warrior of Light. Are you not curious to see just how powerful Zervan may have been? I urge you to visit the verification node and undertake this ultimate test of the Allegan elite. Yeah, maybe at some point, not right now. Sounds good. Well, it's a good thing I didn't change anything. We're taking a trip to the inn. Alright everyone, that's where we're going to wrap it up today. Thank you all for joining me on this Final Fantasy adventure. Today was the first day that we tried dual streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, so I'm going to have to take a short stream today to have some time to go back and review, see how the quality was, see if there was any like lagginess, or obviously Twitch is deciding to throw a temper tantrum. I'll be interested to see if that's just me or if that's like Twitch-wide. I didn't know you were live on YouTube. Well, it's a good thing I let you know at the beginning, or with the first message I sent today. No, today was the first one. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you, everyone. If you haven't yet, we are doing the edited videos for Resident Evil 2, the Leon B scenario. Those have started up today on the YouTube. Be sure to check that out. If you're on Twitch, check the About page to head on over to YouTube. Aside from that, I think that's everything. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.